Fusion power is a dream that scientists have chased for 70 years, clean energy from the stars. But for decades, fusion always seemed 30 years away, no matter how hard people tried. Huge machines, big money, and lots of promises, but still no fusion power on the electrical grid. For a long time, most people thought the problem was how tricky the physics was. But what if it wasn't the physics? What if it was the way people tried to solve the problem? John Brandenburg was a smart young physicist in 1981, working at a famous laboratory. He studied plasma, which is a hot, glowing soup of atoms, the same stuff that stars are made of. Brandenburg discovered that some plasmas could organize themselves using magnetic fields. Instead of trapping them with super strong magnets, he imagined plasmas that wanted to stay together by themselves. This idea stuck with him. A few years later, Brandenburg came up with a new idea. He called it the rifled toroidal pinch, or RTP. He imagined a donut-shaped chamber with spiral grooves inside, like the inside of a gun barrel. If you shot a pulse of electricity through the chamber, the grooves would create a spinning magnetic field that kept the plasma together, like how spinning keeps a thrown football flying straight. But here, the plasma is like a spinning star inside the chamber. Brandenburg spent decades testing his ideas at some of America's most important labs. At Sandia, he learned how to make super-fast and powerful electric currents. At the Aerospace Corporation, he led experiments where rings of plasma were slammed together, creating vortexes that could be compressed to very high temperatures. The plasma didn't even touch the chamber wall, which is important because touching wall can damage a reactor. He also made rocket engines that use spinning plasma with no metal parts touching it at all. All of these ideas shaped the Texatron. In 2019, Brandenburg joined Kepler Fusion in Texas, and in 2020, the rifled toroidal pinch was finally tested. It worked. The Texatron is part of a family of machines called stellarators, but it's much simpler and smaller than others. The Texatron's chamber has spiral grooves, so when electricity pulses through, the grooves make a helical, spiral-shaped magnetic field. Instead of using huge magnets or complicated coils like other fusion machines, the Texatron uses grooves in the walls. It's permanent, cheap, and elegant. The spinning plasma forms a vortex, just like in Brandenburg's experiments. The plasma organizes itself, making it stable and easier to control. When the electric pulse fires, the magnetic field heats up the plasma super fast and also pushes a shock wave toward the center, squeezing the plasma to fusion temperatures. But that's only half the story. Most fusion machines use fuels that release lots of neutrons, which damage the walls and create waste. The Texatron uses deuterium and helium-3, which makes energy come out as charged particles instead, with less radiation and cleaner operation. In regular fusion machines, you have to heat water, make steam, and spin turbines to get electricity. Wasting energy is heat. The Texatron skips all that and gets energy directly from the charged particles, sending it through electronics to make electricity. This means the Texatron could be much more efficient. Other fusion machines are gigantic, expensive, and tricky to maintain. The Texatron is different. It's smaller, easier to fix, and made to be replaced quickly.